You can never have too many notes.
In this one notebook, I have my old campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I have yours. I have Gozera's. I even have GTA. Oh, who else do I have? Oh, and I have another games in here. Yeah.
Well,
Or a little notebook.
that's why I have about like 8 notebooks that only get like 4 pages used. But anyway, guys, we're live, so we heard all about Light's note taking, which is important in any RPG. I highly recommend you take notes. Anyway, welcome to Hoard of the Dragon Queen. We are missing a rogue, but I'll be taking over that. Although we just promised to save you all of the juicy, interesting roleplay bits of cat cuddles and whatnot for when she's back, because clearly that's what you guys want to see, the real cat cuddles, not me pretending to be a cat, pretending to cuddle in a pretend world. I'll do a quick recap. Basically, we've been continuing our travels from Baldur's Gate north to Waterdeep, and it's been, somewhat slow going. We've had some interesting intrigue stuff, we've had some battles, we had a bunch of fungus one time. Things get crazy. But I just wanted to give everybody watching a reminder that there is 1 week left as of today to enter to win an Elderwood Academy spellbook that we're doing a giveaway here for on the channel. And the folks from Crit Games donated a set of condition and combat cards. We're giving those away as well. So be on the lookout for that, ending the 31st at 11:59 p.m. Thank you for the host, Laura. But yeah, you guys can enter. It's all free to enter. All you do is got to follow a couple social medias. Thank you, Light. But anyway, that's the link if you'd like to join up for that. Again, it's free, so why not? And then again, it is Magic Item Month. You guys can, if you so choose, donate to give these lovely ladies magic items or rolls on Magic Items table, and you can see the little donation bar at the bottom. If in the course of this month we manage to break $200 on this donation, then every player for all streams gets a roll on the very rare Magic Item table. Don't think it's going to happen, but hey, you never know. I guess we'll see. Right, so my little spiel is out of the way. So let us roll right into Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Last time, why doesn't somebody else remind me what happened last time? I mean, which one of you guys wants to volunteer what happened last time?
I did it last time. Someone else go. Holy vey.
All I remember is that me and Mir had a heart-to-heart, and it was really cute. And
it was very cute.
Then we may have seduced and hogtied some people in a tavern.
Seduced is a strong word for what happened.
Well, you were very sexy when you were like, I like to be on top, and then turned into a bear.
Maybe they like bears and they were just
know.
putting up a front,
And then I don't really remember.
Alright, well that's fine. That was the majority of what happened. Was you guys interestingly dealt with some folks in a tavern who were being jerks and bought out the whole tavern, and then proceeded to sort of not tell everybody else that you had the tavern, but that's besides the point. You traveled on, you saw a bunch of gold spill out of the back of a cavern, or out of a caravan, from Felicia and Jeff, who you finally got the names of. And a couple days have gone by, and we're going to start right at that point. So, let's change up our music to some, not that music, because that's... here we go. So, you guys are traveling down. The rain is starting to let up. It's been a wet, gross couple of weeks at this point. Thank you for the subscription, which I have to change my little subscriber emote because that's the default one, because I never thought I'd never get any. So I have to go and adjust that. So anyway, thank you for the subscription, Sean. We appreciate it. Gotta use those Twitch Prime subs for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sean, you get to pick somebody in this chat to get a roll on a magic item table B. Who do you want that to be? Or not to be? Katie, roll me a percentile.
I mean, I feel like we all knew it was going to be Katie.
Hey, man, you don't know.
1.
1? Are you serious? Oh my god! Katie...
To balance out the nat 20 I got for downtime activity.
Alright, Katie. Well, you wake up in the morning and, like, your pillow is a little uncomfortable and you reach underneath it and you're like, wow, that's weird. And there's a potion bottle underneath your pillow. And, that, you recognize this potion as a potion of greater healing.
Wow. Thank you, Sean. This will save a life one day.
And, you know, apparently the potion fairy came by in the night and slipped it under your pillow.
I know! Fairies are real, guys! My mom told me about this.
There were some really cool things on there.
Not today.
Alright, well, thank you, Sean, for that donation. Again, subscribers get that roll, but we'll keep going. So anyway, alright, you guys are heading out. It's been a couple of days. The girls have done some stuff in their downtime. Nothing really major. There's been some cool behind-the-scenes rolling and investigating and things that may come out over the course of this game, and we'll just let them come out as they do. If not, maybe they'll never come out. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, you guys are... The caravan is turning around the corner because it seems that this is all full of corners because every one of the encounters is like you round a bend and then something happens, or you come through a break in the trees and then something happens. So this is a very windy road, even though it clearly is not.
Whoever planned this road is just...
Yeah.
They need new city planners.
They were drunk. They were like, and we're going to go that way.
Yeah, tradeway my ass. This is just like the, you know what? If I had to bet you, this looks like a good ambush point. Let's put a turn right there. Cool, let's do that. Alright, moving on. So, you guys are coming around the corner in this road that is totally natural. And you guys see something. I'm going to say this widens out. The road widens out a little bit so that everybody doesn't have to be in the exact line so that you guys can all come to this realization at the same time. Guys,
thank you for that.
You're welcome. You guys see a human head in the middle of the road. I need you guys to make me perception checks.
Gross.
20.
22. Oh, I gotta make one for Mir, huh? I should do that.
Now you're a kitty cat, don't forget.
I am not. How could I forget? I'm silly.
I just really want you to say, I'm a kitty cat.
I'm a kitty cat.
Four.
Alright, so everybody but Odella, you guys recognize that not only is this a human head, but this is also an unconscious person who is still alive.
What? Okay. Well, I'm gonna run up to it because gotta stay in character.
Sure, I had a sound effect and I just lost it. So it's all good. But I had like a really stupid sound effect. But that's okay. Alright, yes, you run up to the this human head in the middle of the road, and you can see clearly that he is breathing. He is unconscious, and he seems to be in really bad shape, obviously. Not only from seemingly whatever beat him up and put him in here, but he's also very dehydrated from being presumably... And you see he's kind of red in the face and gaunt, so he's been out here for a little while, enough to the point where there was sun because it's been raining so much.
So he's not beheaded, he's just buried in the ground.
Yeah, you made it really sound like it was just a head like on a stick.
No. It's just a head, and then as you get closer, you can see that there's a neck attached below the ground.
Okay, so he's just
less
buried.
gross.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's more acceptable. Okay, so I'll take out my water, and I'll be like, "What happened to you here? Are you thirsty? Drink this. We'll work on getting you out."
And you do that, and he's still unconscious, so you pour water on his face, and it like dribbles down into.
He's not drinking, guys.
Do I go up? Can I go up there now?
I mean, you tell me if you do, but yes, you are able to. Oh, I have the sound effects folder. I'm stupid. Anyway, yes, you're able to do that.
I will make my way up there, and then I want to see, like, how bad off is he?
Let's change up our music. Yeah, he's pretty bad off. He's been out here based on. You know what? Make me a medicine check,
I'll assist you
and you'll have
and
advantage.
give you guidance.
And you'll also have guidance and advantage. 19, and then the guidance. Okay, 22. Yeah, he's pretty rough. I mean, he's not like in immediate danger at the moment, but like a day or two more of this, he'd probably succumb to dehydration if he wouldn't be killed by something on the road, as he is just a living head. At least exposed. You do also notice, as you get closer to him, that written in, for all intents and purposes, like black marker across his forehead is the word Oathbreaker. And you also notice that there are ruts on either side of caravan wheels, as though other people apparently have just like ridden by and left him there.
Have I gathered if anybody's like from this area through talking to people? Because basically I just want to ask somebody if like there's like a particular custom that's caused this to happen to them.
When you
Just imagine you be like, excuse me, does anybody know about this?
Yep. That's exactly how she says it.
as you guys ask around, you find out that most people in the caravan in general don't know what he did, but they want to leave him because they figure he probably deserves it. And that justice on the tradeway is justice on the tradeway. And if this gentleman is truly an oathbreaker, this may be maybe this is the best way. But some people are like, I don't know if it's really it's kind of shitty leaving a guy to die of dehydration, if it's that bad. So you get there's mixed emotions, but more or less the general feeling is being an oathbreaker is never a good thing. And again, he is still unconscious as you guys are having this conversation. He's got a wet mouth when you poured water on him. But
I don't want to spend a spell on him, and I can't really feed him good berries.
I mean, you could try if you really wanted to.
Okay, I'll try to feed him 5 good berries.
All right. So you managed to a couple of good berries in his mouth, and then do one of these with his head, where you make him chew out the berries.
This is a great image.
It's like in The Princess Bride. Basically,
Yeah.
you kind of shove it in there and hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. He's wiggling his fingers and his toes, but you can't see because they're on the ground. So he eventually slowly starts to come to consciousness. You guys also get the feeling that to get him out, it would take 2 diggers about 2 hours of digging to get this guy out of the ground. And then
we got more than 2 diggers.
And then it probably would also take about an hour to refill the hole, because you can't just leave a hole in the middle of the road.
Right, caravan etiquette.
Yes. So, and he starts to come to consciousness, and he's like, you can see that there's, he's feeling significantly better due to. Wow, Allison Howell, thank you so much for the follow, or the host, and thank you, Laura, for the hookup. Thank you guys. Appreciate the crazy raids incoming right now.
Thank you.
All right, so he starts to come to consciousness, and he kind of looks, but he can't really turn because the dirt is like up to his neck. So he's kind of only got this vision in front of him here, and he's like, "Where? Thank you. I mean, I don't. Could you get me out of here?"
Roswin is like laying down like this, right at head level with him.
All right.
And she's like, we can try. How'd you end up there? What'd you do? Clearly somebody doesn't like you.
And he's like, I will gladly tell you the whole story, but if you could just dig me out, that would be great. I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looks that way.
It
we
is.
can definitely help you, but I mean, if you're a really bad guy,
Are you really you're gonna make me tell you the whole story right now, aren't you?
yeah, I'm pretty comfortable next to you, so.
Odell is just standing behind him, being like, "I'm just gonna listen to this, but
Yeah, I'm
not be here."
lots to be there, definitely.
He says, all right, I broke an oath of marriage. I broke up. Go ahead.
She's like, water?
Yes, that would be great.
There you go.
I'm just a bit parched.
Yeah. Okay. So what'd you do? Why'd you break it up with her? Were you just not in love anymore?
No.
Had you grown apart?
No, much worse. Her father and her brothers were all bandits, and I found out that upon marrying her, they expected me to join in the banditry, and when I found that out, I broke off the engagement. Unfortunately, I thought things would have ended on a somewhat amicable terms. Thank you, no thank you. She's a really great girl, but bandits, and then they knocked me out and buried me in the ground, and I've been here for, I don't even know how long.
Oh, sure. I would like to insight check him and use guidance.
Sure, alright. Okay, did you roll your guidance already? Or no?
No, 1 second. 15.
You get the feeling that he's telling the truth.
Oh, that is some bad luck. Okay. Well, I know that some of the other caravan people were saying that it probably wouldn't be good to leave you, so maybe we could rally a group and dig and try to make this process go as fast as possible.
Okay. Do you attempt to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of look to Odella, too, to kind of see her taking the situation, and I look around for Lux. Lux? Let me tell you the 411.
I come
Okay.
closer. Yes?
So this guy wanted to break up his marriage because it turns out that the lady he was with was, her family is all bandits. So then he didn't want to be a bandit, and so he wanted to just break it off and leave it at that. But then they buried him in the ground, is the short of it. So do you want to help dig him out and get some people to help? Maybe Odella, you're a really pretty lady. How about you go get people to help?
I just go ahead and I rage and I
Start digging? Alright. So,
Lux starts rage digging.
rage digging is happening for, I'll say, for the sake of it, we'll say it lasts the full minute. We'll say that digging is almost like attacking. So that, it's like you're attacking the dirt, so you don't break the rage, we'll say. And as you're doing this, your badger comes out and starts helping you dig.
I'm gonna get Muscle Man Floyd to help too.
Sure. So you gotta realize, from guy buried in the ground perspective, there is this fiery-haired woman whose skin gets covered in gold-plated scales as she's furiously with fervor digging. A little badger comes up and starts digging next to her. And then a weird animate sunflower guy, he comes up and starts digging as well. While overly sunburnt turban lady is just observing nearby, I guess.
Helping. I'm just bad at it.
Okay. We'll say that Mir is also helping, although again not nearly, more or less on like the Roswin level of helping, trying, but clearly the strength isn't there.
I'll see if I can find people to help fill in the hole afterwards, since they seem like they got it under control.
All right. Thank you again, everybody, for all of the follows.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes. So I'll say I won't make you roll for it. We'll just say you do. You guys managed to extricate this gentleman from the hole. However, you notice upon extrication that he's only wearing a loincloth. They buried him naked in the ground. Well, he's got a loincloth. Let me rephrase. So, yes. And he is, again, there's a certain tone to his body. He's definitely not like a huge muscly guy, but he's lithe, and, clearly starved and dehydrated for a period of time. And then I will say, I will throw this out here. You guys also see on the inside of his forearm, he has a tattoo.
Dope.
What is it?
It looks like that, if that came through.
Ooh, we know that. I think, right? That's what I think it is, right? Harpers.
Maybe. You don't know.
Yeah, I seem very interested.
As does Mir, right? She's a Harper too. Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Way to play other characters, Dad.
Listen, I gotta do all this other stuff. But no, you're right. So, he, upon your Odella and Mir's recognition and his kind of, you see, like, he's obviously, I'm not gonna say he's fainting, he's hurting, he's dehydrated, it's rough, and he's like, ugh. But, like, as he's kind of going through the motion, you see other people coming by and, like, talking to the guy, and he's having the conversation, but there is, like, a certain, like, steely resolve and, like, nod to Odella and Mir. You guys notice this? As if, like, something going on there. So.
I'm gonna kind of lay a hand on him, and I'll give him, like, a couple points of my healing hands situation.
Gotcha.
And, be like, so, I don't think we caught a name.
He says, my name is Carlin. Carlin Amethel.
That sounds familiar.
It should.
Let me check my notes.
Don't worry, guys. It should only sound familiar to Laura, so don't feel bad if you don't have that written down.
Okay, because I was like, shit.
And, you guys, due to Odella's persuasive nature, you manage to fill the hole back in. And then things, the kind of craziness for the day gets over, and you guys kind of start to get back on track, and you start moving back on the road. And he's kind of walking with you guys, walking alongside, I'm going to say, Odella and or Mir, or both. And he's just kind of like, he's like, I don't mean to impose, but do you guys have like a cloak or something? Because it's like early spring and it's freaking cold right now.
Oh, well, I have a whole cart full of
Furs.
if you'd like to come sit in it.
Yeah, so he'll come back to the fur cart, because I actually forgot about that till just now, which is so fortuitous. So great. So he'll take some of the furs and kind of like drape them over himself. And you guys will continue on down the tradeway. When he feels like there's a minute that he can get alone, since you guys are traveling together, Odella's in your cart, he'll kind of like peer out of the back of the caravan and like over your shoulder, whisper to you, and he'll be like, goes, we can fill in your friend, wherever she is, but so that you're obviously in the know here. That's not the true story. That's not what this. And you see him like, oh yeah, and he starts like rubbing the ash off his forehead that says Oathbreaker with the back of his hand. And he goes, I was on the same mission that you are, tracking shipments of stolen goods and stolen loot heading north. So I'm positive that this has to do with the Cult of the Dragon, that they're among these caravans, not just this one, but the one that came before you. So there's a roadside inn not too far ahead, maybe about a day's ride from here. I passed some information along to some contacts that I had there, and I'm guessing it must have made its way eventually down to you. And unfortunately, I had one too many drinks. I was not as stealthy as I had planned to be, and apparently some people overheard. The wrong people. And the other merchants in the caravan didn't want to kill me, so they came up to the idea to bury me in the ground and let Providence decide my fate. Or at least that's what they said. So now you know the real story. And I hate to be a burden on someone, but this caravan's going to Waterdeep. I can reacclimate myself when we get there, but I do have many contacts in the city of Waterdeep, and I'd be a great boon to you to help get you and meet the right people, get you hooked up with the right resources that you need, if you're willing to let me tag along with you guys and, clothe me and maybe throw me some food for the rest of the journey.
I don't think that'll be a problem. I was actually told to look for you, so I'm glad that we didn't leave you there.
Oh, me too.
First things first, let's find you some actual clothes. But we'll have to do that when we stop for the night.
Alright, yeah, so I'll say that, again, the day will pretty much continue onward, no big deal. As you guys make your way through the rest of the day, you're able to procure, probably, maybe you can work something out with Nathan, get him a little silk to go with his fur, I guess.
This is a real mishmash outfit that's happening right now.
Listen.
Odella is not happy with this situation. I'm sure she has some, like she could put a flowery blouse on him if he's not okay with that.
Yeah, he just wants something to cover him from the elements. He really doesn't care what it looks like. He's gone undercover before, so it's not a big deal. So you're able to acquire some clothes for him, and eventually he gets some food, and he feels a little bit better, and he'll warm up to you, and again, he shared with you basically the whole situation, but he also will say to you, be forewarned. Just because you think you know where the cultists are in this caravan, which I thought in the one before it, doesn't mean that's all of them. So be aware of who you speak around.
We'll be more careful from now on.
I mean, that may not be the case, but better safe than sorry. As you've seen, that was the best case scenario. They were willing to kill me on the spot. Thankfully, the other merchants put a stop to that, so I, was only buried up to my neck in the road.
Sorry. I'm just trying to, take notes and piece things together.
So.
Okay. So he has passable clothes. He just looks kind of flouncy at the moment.
Correct.
Okay. at some point I would find Mir and fill her in on like all the details too, and
Yeah.
probably somewhat let Rosman and Lux know that this guy is
Legit.
on the up and up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know. He got a divorce. He told me. I was listening.
Just making sure. Sometimes we tend not to trust folk.
No, he's good. I can feel it.
All right. So yeah, with that, I mean, that was the main event for the day. So things will come to a close that evening, unless you guys have anything else that you'd like to do for the day, specifically.
No, just usual. Help people make extra food. And he can come sit with any of us for dinner.
Okay. All right. So that all happens, and you guys move on through the next day. I'm going to speed things up a little bit because we get too held up, I feel, at times. So things move along the next day, and the next evening, you guys actually make your way and find, to your great delight, a roadside inn. The one, Odella, you imagine that Carlin was talking about. This place is called the Playhouse. This inn. And as you guys head inside, it's relatively small, although there are a handful of rooms that can be rented. There are ample stable room. There's no creepy, weird people that bought the whole place out and said you can't stay here anymore.
Are people still giving us the stink eye in the caravan?
Yeah, I mean, the rain has lessened a little bit, so people are kind of, warming up to things. But yeah, for the most part, people are, especially like the more fancier looking people who got drenched overnight, they still seem like a little peeved. But it's only been a couple of days, or it's been a handful of days, so but it's still been wet, so there's the constant reminder of that you guys got a nice warm night and they didn't. So
yeah, we did.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go and purchase a couple pitchers and bring them around to people to try and soothe the hurt feelings, I guess.
Okay. So I'll say that you do your best to do that, and then you do also notice as people are kind of milling about, getting food, getting a warm meal, and not having to pay the exorbitant price of. There's a guy named Bard in the caravan, and he has ale that he sells to the folks in the caravan, but he charges like a higher price because where else are you going to get ale on the road? So this is like a more moderate price, but he's got basically the market, he's got a firm, chokehold on the market when they're traveling. So people are more interested to go buy, ale for the cheaper price here at the inn. And you notice, all you guys notice, but Lux, I guess it stands more out to you because your dwarven friend, Lai, the perfume and oil salesman who will never shut up, has been chatting up. There's a group of 5 adventurers in the inn at the moment, and you can see these guys all have, there's very generic, I guess I would say, adventuring types, like the dark, rogue with the dark armor and the 2 daggers, and the old wizardly looking wizard with the long beard and the pointy hat and the crooked staff, and the shiny paladin in the gleaming plate mail with the, big shield and the, so it's your generic adventuring party type, like the stereotypes of all the classes, this group of 5. And he is chatting to them, and you guys hear over the course of the night that these guys have, you can see it from the clear splendidness of their gear, but they are also like telling stories of their exploits and things that they've done, monsters they've slain, maidens they've rescued, kingdoms that would have fallen were it not for them, and they are like, these are impressed. You guys are all impressed by these stories. They are like, these guys seem like the real deal. Like, you guys 10 levels from now, like, that's what these, like, if we metagame it a little bit, like, that's what these guys seem like. You can see, you know, oh, this notch on my blade was from when I slayed the great green dragon, you know, Venom Fang, or whatever, that kind of thing. And these guys are
That's
just...
what Rosalind's gonna say in 10 levels.
Roswin, you have Timora's blessing for this stream, a +1 on all rolls for the length of the stream.
Ah, thank you. I haven't gotten that one before. That's exciting.
So, Sean, thank you again for that. Yeah, I guess we can throw it out there for anybody. If you guys have Flintbucks, which is our in-stream currency, you can go ahead and donate your Flintbucks to alter the course of the game. And yeah, that's a thing that you guys can do. There's also stream games you guys can play, but I'll let everybody else in the chat tell you guys all about that. So, alright, let's continue on. So, you guys hear this, and Light, your buddy, your employer, is, like, enamored with this group. Because, and again, like I said, they are, like, these stories sound legend, and you guys, everybody in the bar, the people who own it and everyone else, this seems like it's enamoring, these stories, or you are enamored, I should say. So, just to put that out there.
Are any of the... You didn't say there's any, like, nature-y adventures, like Ranger or Druid looking?
No, you have a rogue, a wizard, paladin, a bard, and a monk.
Okay.
So the monk is, I guess, not as glamorous because she's a monk, so it's like,
yeah,
she's got a tight bod and like some sick muscles and like very, very, like, there's like 0% body fat on this chick, but like she's still a monk, so it's like simple robes and like leather straps on her hands. But even still, she looks awesome. So,
I mean, what kind of stories are they, like, really telling? Are they just telling, like...
It's, you know, like I said, it varies from, you know, about this great quest they went on to rescue, you know, this ancient tome, this artifact from a lich's cavern that they... Did we lose Katie's cam?
I think you... No, I can still see her.
Alright, whatever. She popped back on mine. It might be my computer. Do you remember when it did that thing last time where it was, like, all dumb? It's fine. So, like, they rescued this artifact, this tome from an arch-lich, and used it to bring it to the good white wizard who protected the kingdom, and blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Or, you know, we slayed the great dragon to bring peace to the land. We toppled the you know, the tyrannical king and brought peace to his kingdom. We rescued the fair princess Crystal from the tower, you know, where she was being held by the evil witch, that kind of stuff. And like, obviously the words are a lot, like, I could be here telling you the entire story all night, and like, but I'm trying to truncate it so we can get the rest of the game in. But these are long, flowing stories with the proper, you know, they rise and fall, the crescendo of the stories at the right moment. They pause to build tension, but like I said, they've drawn everybody in, the whole, like, there's a hush to the whole place as these guys are speaking. Like, it's pretty cool. Oops, I forgot. I should change the title. Thank you, guys.
If at some point during the night Roswin can get through the crowd to talk to the bard, she would essentially want to try to schmooze her way into convo and ask him if he's heard anything about a golden stag in all of his time hearing and telling different stories.
Alright. Let's see. Oh. I'm losing people in the chat. That's fine. We'll fix it. I think if I do this. Oh, no. And then I do this. Yeah, there we go. Cool, fixed. Do you go up to a person in particular? Or...
Yeah, the bard.
Okay. Odella, by the way, you have a fate die as well, so make sure you keep track of that. Alright, so the bard goes, "Why, yes, my dear, what can I... You asked about a golden stag. And he looks to his party and he says, well, golden stag. Do you guys recall a golden stag? And the paladin who's just like, well, there was that time at the bar of the Golden Stag where we ran into a group of ruffians who were attempting to extort poor, helpless villagers. Was that what you mean? Something like that? Or did you mean an actual stag made of gold? Because we did rescue a Golden Stag artifact from an eye tyrant lair to bring back to an elven princess of the Moonwood. Could that be what you mean?
No, I mean an actual glowing, moving, living golden stag. People were saying that it could be a god or something, but we were seeing it on our travels, so that kind of thing.
I know, my dear, but that does sound like quite the intriguing tale. You saw it. Was it here? Did you see it recently? Perhaps there's an adventure to be had.
No, I saw it a while back. In that direction-ish. She kind of points off in the opposite direction.
Here I go, well, unfortunately we are heading to the city of Waterdeep, where more adventures abound for us, perhaps across the sea. But, it sounds like you may have a story to tell in the future. And if you do, please, come find us. I will write an epic poem or a tale that shall shake the foundations of the realms, and I will make sure that your name is sung highly.
That's what their group name is.
What's your group name?
I wrote that down. I feel like I did. Nope, I didn't. Cool. I had that thought this morning.
Ironically, we're the Golden Stags.
How funny you should say. And they say that, he goes, I know it may seem a bit mundane, but we go by the name Team B.
What happened to Team A?
I don't know, they told us it was taken, so we said Team B is just as good.
I think it's great. You guys are great. Keep it up.
Well, we shall try. What of you, my dear maiden? Do you have an adventuring group that you are a part of? Tell us your tales, please. Might we compare adventures?
Oh, one time I told a story and it wasn't very good at all.
He goes, pshaw, my dear, please. You seem like you could spin a yarn, and I am here to listen.
Well, one time there was a horseback racing competition and we didn't have a horse, so then I became the horse and we won. Was that good?
He goes, my dear, I've heard worse. Let me tell you. And it sounds like you may have a group that thinks outside the box. And that is often more appreciated than a careful laid plan. So, kudos to you.
Well, thanks. I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot of cool things we've done later on.
Well, I'm sure I will. Who should I be looking to for this, I guess these stories?
Everyone. Because everybody's going to be talking about
Well, you do have great aspirations, and thank you, Hicks, for the 1,500-bit donation. I appreciate it. I feel like I saw some conversation in the chat about like what to tie it to, and if there was something you wanted to do specifically, be sure to let me know. And I think there were also rolls on the magic item table for bits as well, so that was a thing.
But yeah, so she'll basically buy him some rosé because that's what she does.
Tis the Roswin move.
Rosé win.
Yes.
And yeah, that's pretty much all she wanted to do. So she would go to bed.
Okay. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to say and or do?
Odella will forego trying to get a room tonight and go hang out in the fur cart.
Okay. Light, you have Time Lord's Blessing as well, so you have a +1 on all of your rolls for tonight's stream as well.
Sweet.
So keep that in mind.
Thanks, Hicks.
All right, so you're going to hang out in the fur cart, right?
Yeah, I'll hang out in my fur cart with all the furs.
Them furs.
Is there boots with the fur?
I mean, we can make some boots with the fur.
I don't believe any of you guys have cobbler's tools, but we can make something happen if need be. If you guys decide to track down a cobbler or a...
I can't just sew fur to my boots.
We can make a roll for that, but sure, why not?
I'm just gonna tuck it into my boots so that it like peeps over the edge, like those things you put in your hunter boots and they fold up. Anyway, I digress.
All right, sure, yeah. All things that can be done. All right, so yeah, and then obviously, as per always, cat cuddles, whether you want them or not. So, Lux, what about you?
Where's
Oh, sorry.
Carlin staying?
He is really, he's sort of at your mercy because he has no money. He has nothing right now. Like, he has the silk and the fur that you gifted to him, and that's all he has to his name.
I'll give him, what's good? I'll give him like 30 gold pieces to...
Oh, okay.
So he can do his own thing if he wants, so that way if people see him, then he's not immediately with me.
Sure. Okay. So you are able to hook him up with that. I'm trying to find a thing and it's not working, but that's okay. Yeah, so you're able to hook him up. He's able to get a room, get a drink, which he would also very much appreciate. So he is more than thankful. And you see him, he gets a drink and he sits and he sort of observes what's going on in the room. Something that you are quite familiar with and have done in the past. So you see he's still on the clock, as it were. But yeah. And I guess that's pretty much it. You also notice that the bartender and purveyor of this inn is quite eccentric. Has a very strange outfit. It is, for all intents and purposes, a suit, a gray suit, and it is very, very form-fitting and tight, and has a bright red bow tie, and is just a weird dude.
Real quick before, like, a little bit of a retcon. Before Carlin goes, like, I give him the money, and before he goes in, I'm gonna, like, slightly pull him aside and be like, I'm just curious. I know that I had a different mission before this one, and I am curious about if perhaps you've spoken to anybody else in the organization about this group at all.
Well, I didn't, unfortunately. I was able to I passed on the information that I had about my mission, which was to track the stolen loot, but I haven't heard much about this group. I just knew that when I passed on said information that there was another group with some of our associates traveling in it, which I'm assuming to be you, as I haven't seen anyone else. But it seems, from what I've observed, that you have a hardy group along with you, and they seem, if not a bit eccentric, powerful and trustworthy. But no, unfortunately, I passed on the information and was given information that another group was coming, and then it all sort of goes dark, and I was in a hole for an indeterminate amount of time.
And I'm sorry for that.
Well, it's not your fault, so it's fine.
Part of the business, I guess. I mean, I've never found myself in a hole, but...
Don't do it. It's not a good idea.
I'm sure it sounds quite awful. Also, good story with the whole bandit team. That was the quick thinking.
I had some time to think about it before I went unconscious.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask him. I just
Okay.
wanted to know if he knew anything about the Belladonnas in general.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright.
Because I'm curious if they're keeping tabs on the other two members that have split off, but that's cool.
Well, that's not your mission, so, I guess we'll see. If it comes up, it comes up.
But I know that certain other people in the group are concerned about them, and if I can get information, I will.
That is fair. Okay. Anything else? Light, you good?
I'm good.
Mira's also good.
Wow.
Funny how that works. Alright, so you guys go to sleep for the evening, wherever you find yourself, and you wake up in the morning. There's breakfast in the inn, and if you guys would like to get some food before you go, you're more than welcome to, otherwise we'll move on.
Yes, food.
Okay, they've got, your standard fare, eggs and bacon and fruit for the people that don't eat eggs and bacon.
I will have eggs and fruit.
Fair enough.
Oh, you eat eggs? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
learning.
okay if they're love.
What? You cut out.
Okay if you raise your chickens with love.
I feel like I learn something new about you every day, Roswin.
I am just an infinite vat of surprise and greatness.
There's never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Oh, you know what? let me fix your hat a little bit. And I'll tuck in some corners and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, other than, funny enough, outfit from last night, still on this morning from said bartender and tavern purveyor, but other than that, nothing really off or odd at the
I
moment.
feel like you really want us to talk to that.
I
outfit
really
guy.
don't. I really don't. So
I'm gonna go talk to the bartender. No, but as I leave, I'm just gonna be like, sweet style.
as you walk out.
Oh god, I'm glad I didn't talk to him last night. Oh god, that could have gone on a lot longer.
I'm also glad you guys didn't say the secret word, so I didn't have to burst out your eardrums as I screamed
Oh my
real loud.
God, there was a
Oh,
secret
Jesus.
word.
There is a secret word. At the Playhouse, purveyed by the weird-looking dude in the gray suit with the red bow tie.
I get it now.
Oh! I
Uh-huh.
remember this donation.
Uh-huh. Yep. There's a reason that NPCs were removed from the donation list. Because Mud Puppy put in Mr. T and Pee Wee Herman, so that's been removed.
Good old puppy.
However, in the morning, like when you head back to your the caravan where you normally were, you see the 5 adventurers from the night before, strapped, like checking armor, strapping things up, and saddling into 5 horses, surrounding it. And your dwarven friend comes up to you and he goes, I don't really know how to say this, but I'll pay you for what I owe you, and he'll give you at this point it would be 10 gold per 10 day, right? 30 gold pieces? Or what was it?
It's a 10 gold per 10 day.
Okay, so he'll give you 30 gold, because we'll say it's been about 30 days. And he'll say, but I'm going to have to... I'm sure you heard all the adventurers last night. This group, Team B. They're quite prestigious, and no offense, but I'm going to have to relieve you from duty. I hired them on instead, so they're going to be taking your place. I don't mean anything by it. I just... they're just so... Just look at them. And the stories, I just couldn't resist. As a dwarf and a man who loves to talk, you know, I like to hear stories, and these ones seem to be full of them. So, I appreciate your service, Lady Lux, but I'm gonna have to be hiring on Team B. I hope we can still be friends. And anytime you're willing to talk, you know, you can always come right by, and I'll have a story for you as well. Because, you know, I don't know if you know it, but when I get to Waterdeep, I'm gonna make so much money selling all of these here perfumes and these cooking oils. And he starts pulling out more to start showing you the bottles of what you've seen hundreds of times. And he's just like, oh, did you remember what I told you about this one? And he's like going back and forth, like, not trying to divert the subject, because you get the feeling that, like, he feels like your business is done, and now he's just going into his normal spiel about how great his products are.
I do have a question before I go.
Hi, what can I do you for?
You did say that, and correct me if I'm wrong, and it might be too late, you did offer me one bottle.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I don't want to renege on what my agreement was. So, yes, any bottle of your choosing, by all means.
Do you have one that smells of saffron and incense?
Of course, you know I've told you about it a bunch of times before. It's this one, and he pulls out a bottle that, again, you've seen countless times, because he just loves to talk, and he'd be like, as promised, of course, and I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. And, yeah, that, you guys will... The Team B, you hear them boisterously laughing as you guys set out on the trail. And they're, again, still telling stories, and the bard is leaning, he's got, like, sitting, like, cross-legged on his horse, and he's got a lute, and he's plinking away. And, like, now, your story, which I should change my music, because we're not in an ominous situation anymore, which I aptly named this music Ominous Music. So let's get something a little bit more upbeat. Sure, I guess. And he's just like plinking away, and he's playing feverishly, apparently, to hit this level of violin sound on a lute. It's crazy how he manages to make these sounds. And you guys are now serenaded by this music, and he's like humming and singing. No real actual words, but just kind of like freestyling, I guess, as you ride. And it's soothing, and everybody feels good about it. And this goes on for the next day. I'm just going to say that everything that always happens, unless you guys tell me otherwise.
Well, does Lux still have a place to stay now that she's not in his hire? Like all the supplies and stuff that he provided for the trip?
He would have given her the due supplies for that, although, you know, she technically wouldn't at the moment, although Odella does have, like, the carts of, like, 5 people at this point. She's basically amassed half the caravan.
Just keep collecting things, apparently. Come join my harem.
You could make a brothel in the back of the fur cart.
It's just for me and Mir.
Get those 2 girls. I'm sure that they'd be up for it. They seem like they'd be up for anything.
They come by as you say this, and they'll be like, girl, you know we're up for anything. Speaking of which, girl, I haven't seen you in, like, forever. It feels like it's been days. How are you?
I am so good. I feel like we really helped that guy on the road, and I feel like those stories were great, and we got to have a lovely time, and now we're moving forward, and progress is key.
And they go, girl, Preach it. Progress is key. You gotta keep moving forward, otherwise you're just gonna be moving backwards.
Maybe you guys should get progress tattooed on yourselves too.
And they're like, oh my gods, progress! And they are so excited to, like, this is a thing now that they're gonna
If
do.
anybody's gonna introduce hashtags to Faerun,
It's gonna be these two.
They're gonna be social media. They're
Yes.
gonna make the first, like, paper that goes around.
Yes, they are gonna be the social media moguls, the Zuckerbergs of Faerun. Although they'd be the one whoever created Twitter, I guess.
Yes.
Or Instagram, or both. So anyway, they're there. I just need to make sure that they're still there. That's key. We gotta keep them around because I almost forgot about them. But how could you forget about us? We're so memorable.
Okay, bye guys.
And they're like, bye. And they're like
Bye.
twirling their hair and being all ridiculous. People that should not be adventuring. But anyway, so you guys continue on for the next day. And then let's change up our music here.
hey,
Hey.
that wizard.
Yes.
Can I go up to him and ask him if he knows the spell mending?
And he says, oh, my dear, I'm actually quite sorry that was not a spell that I thought to learn. Mine is... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That is a real sad thing to hear. I feel like it's a super useful spell, and that maybe you should learn it in like the next day or two.
He goes, I would if I could, but alas, I missed my opportunity. Perhaps you will have such an opportunity in the future, as you gather more experience on your travels.
Okay.
I hate wizards can't learn more cantrips past level 10, but that's fine.
I know. I'm just joking.
But he's trying to be nice about
Odella
it.
doesn't know that.
No,
All
she
that
doesn't.
Odella knows is that they like learn spells all the time. You wouldn't happen to know anybody else who knows mending, would you?
Alas, my dear, I do not. For we just joined with this caravan.
Well, I'm just saying in your group, nobody's ever like split a pant seam or anything and just looked unseemly for a little bit and just needed to like, tidy it up a little bit.
He looks down and he goes, my dear, I wear robes.
But they get caught on things,
He goes, I do, but I find sometimes when you wield the vast magic of the weave as I do, a little bit of mundane work makes me feel more down to earth and in tune with the people around me.
Well, that's a very good stance to take. By the way, my name's Odella. What's your name, sir?
My name is not planning. Let's find out what his name
Very
is.
nice to meet you, not planning.
My name is...
Not as a strange name. I've never heard it before.
Yes.
And are you from the plannings of Neverwinter?
Ah, no, the plannings of Cormyr.
Oh, okay.
There's a G, but it's silent. It's Gnat, technically, if you sound it out, I guess. Oh, and now I lost all of my audio, which is awesome. Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
What? Huh?
I just didn't hear what Laura said in response, if she said anything.
Oh, man, you keep doing that, man.
Yeah, sorry.
I just said fascinating.
It is indeed.
Well, you learn something new every day. Nice to meet you, Not. I hope that you have safe journeys. And I will be back here if you need anything.
I shall let you know. And As the next morning continues, you've been traveling with Team B for a day at this point, and you. So the tradeway at this point skirts between. I forgot that this doesn't automatically keep playing, which is annoying. But anyway, the tradeway skirts between the Trollbark and the Misty Forest. These are two massive forests on either side, but in the middle are smaller forests that aren't contained on the larger map. And get this, you guys are going through the forest, and you come around to, guess what? A bend in the road. I know.
Gosh.
Brace yourselves. And the caravan slowly moves through this slightly darker section of the forest. And as you guys are traveling along,
I feel like somebody's gonna ambush us.
you hear rustling in the trees, but it all happens so fast because this isn't going to be a thing that you guys get enough notice on. You hear the sound, a thwipping sound, as webbing flies from various parts of the trees, and you see all up and down the trail, webs kind of shoot out from areas hidden amongst the trees, and you see these large hulking creatures. As some of these people are tied up in these webs, you see these hulking creatures with these purple bulbous bodies, these large spinneret mouths, giant black bulbous eyes, purple arms that come to two kind of pointed claws. You see 7 of these erupt from the trees, as well as several spiders about the size of a dog, if not larger, come scuttling out from the trees. I'm going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself for this.
We'll say you would have done that already, so sure. Oh, can I get everybody to click their tokens? Since holy shit, 2 natural 20s on initiative.
And me.
And Odella. Oh, let's get Mir to do hers too.
I like how your rosé win.
Thank you. I like that too about myself.
It describes you in so many ways.
Oh my god. Thank you for saying that. It's like you get me.
Let's just have a nice conversation while all these spiders attack.
Technically, you guys
like Lux has got this.
all have 24s because you have, or you two have 24s because you have Timora's blessing. So just keep that in mind that you guys have that +1.
Oh, and my guidance.
And your guidance. So sure, what's your guidance?
1.
All right, Rosé win 25. All right, let's add in some bad guys. Let's go. Spiders. Purple guys.
Purple guys. Big bad purple guys.
All right, so let's roll some d20s, not natural 20s, but maybe 3 and 9. Odella and Mir are the only ones who don't have Timora's blessing, although Mir's not here, so I don't technically have it in that respect. So purple guys have an 11, and the spiders, I'm just gonna go out on a whim and say it's a 5. However, because this was an ambush, I'm gonna say that these guys have surprise on you guys. However, you'll notice that these guys don't come out in force. They spread out and go after. They're coming from all sides and going after different groups. Odella, you also now have Timora's blessing, so keep that in mind. Won't count for your initiative, but it will count going forward. So, let's see here. You see these guys come out in various. They seem to be going like for horses or people with horses. One of the purple guys goes. Actually, I guess I'm not even going to bother putting them on the map because the sheer verticality of this map means it would take you guys forever to get to most of them. So I think we'll just theater of the mind this. So one of the purple guys goes for Reginald and his horse. One of the other purple guys goes after one of Virgil the Noble's new horses that Lux negotiated that he get. One goes after Sylvester the Pole and his horse. And then the other one, and there's the several giant spiders all spread out. One other purple guy is going for Sam the Hoper, and then Spider is going for Nathan. Another spider is going for Otis, the guy who has a cart full of birds, which you feel like probably makes a lot of sense. And then you guys also notice far off in the distance, another one of these purple guys and 4 giant spiders are attacking the cultists up in the front. So everybody's sort of besieged. And in the surprise round, which will just go all the way through, the spiders are kind of, they've webbed up, or the purple guys have webbed up Reginald and his horse, Sylvester and his horse, and Virgil's new horse, and they are in the process of what it looks like is trying to cut the reins free, as well as these spiders and things are just basically attacking all the people at the moment. Roswin, it goes to you.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards the one. I'm gonna attack the one going for Sam the Hoper.
Okay.
Is he like on him essentially? Or like
yes. It's like mandibles are in his face.
Okay. Could I? I would like to, I guess, try to flame him off, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna say that this was because there's one other purple guy, so we'll say that this was the purple guy. That's on him, not the spider.
Okay.
So, so go ahead.
So he's like a giant guy.
He is, he's only he's about human, like a regular human size.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
18?
Yes, an 18 will hit.
12 points of damage.
Okay, 12 points. Oh, that's right. You're +1. Alright. So, he is hit for 12 points of damage, and this guy, he seems a little put off by the fire, because it seemingly came from nowhere. And it kind of screeches like a spider does when it gets in like an area of hot, like it's a screeching noise, but there is no audible words coming from its mouth. But it is still there, still after Sam.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Then Lux, it is your turn.
Nice. So from where I'm at, who's closer to me?
From where you are, there is a giant spider going after Nathan, the guy who's owns the silk cart that Odella is watching.
To that.
Okay. So you can go.
I'll rage.
Sure. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna swing at it twice.
Yeah. Let's see it. Oh yeah.
So 27.
I don't need to really look it up, but I'm gonna guess that probably hits.
So 19.
Okay, hang on. Let's see if that's just enough to kill it outright.
Okay.
Yeah, that is pretty much right on the number. So you bring your sword down and squash this spider before it's able to bite into Nathan. The next nearest one to you is probably Reginald.
Excellent!
What? Lux gets a magic item, which we'll talk about in a second, because Laura donated. Guys, that's $60. 200, and all these ladies get a fancy magic item. Because, that's how we roll here at Nerd Immersion in the month of July, anyway. So Nathan...
Thank you.
We did Nathan. Reginald, the guy who was heartbroken, that told us his epic tale of heartbreak from the last time, he is being attacked. He's webbed up currently by one of these big purple blobby guys, and it has him, and it's right on top of him. So that will probably... I'll say you can get to that one.
Yeah, so I'll swing my last one at him.
Okay.
For 16.
Yeah, that'll hit, actually.
For 16.
For 16 points. Okay, it is still up, but it is... That was a fairly solid hit as, your sword comes slashing down. And it's like, as you cut into it, because it's fairly kind of fat and bulbous, it, like, and, like, pus shoots out. It's pretty disgusting. I'm guessing that's it for you?
That is it.
Alright, so where was Mir in the grand scheme of all this? Alright, so Mir's gonna run up to go after the purple thing that's going for one of Virgil's new horses. Alright, so it's another one of the purple guys, and she is gonna get up close to it and attack with her short sword. Where is my buttons to do that? Oh, there we go. My bad. So 20 will hit. I guess the horse counts as an ally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are protectors of horses here at the Belladonnas.
All right, then I guess it
I
gets
think we
sneak.
talk to them too.
Then I guess it counts for sneak attack. We'll say for 19 points. So again, a sizable chunk dealt to this horse thief, and she will swing with her offhand short sword for a 22. And this will not be sneak attack and deal 5 points of damage. Okay. So, that is Mir's turn. Odella, it is your turn.
Okay, so I know that there's one attacking Nathan, but...
No, Light killed that one.
Oh, I thought it was still up, but that's fine anyway. I wasn't gonna attack that one.
The one attacking Nathan's gone, the one attacking Reginald is still there.
Oh, there's one. Okay, I was like, I missed where all of them were, and I was like, I don't remember which one's closest to me.
Sorry, yeah, that's my bad.
Well, I'm gonna save my buddy.
Okay, so there is one of the purple guys has Reginald all webbed up.
Okay, the purple guys, are they like guys or are they things? What do they look like?
Can you see that?
Oh, I wasn't looking.
I'll take a look at that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now.
Blech. Okay. So.
I'm gonna action use my staff for mage armor.
Okay.
And then bonus action I will Scorching Ray him.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me your 3 rays. Remember, you have a +1 on your rolls. So that's gonna miss with a natural 1.
Excellent!
Oh man, Hypertroller. $50. Guys, we're getting much closer. Holy cow. Alright, so a 15 will hit, and then the natural 20 will also hit. Roll me your 15 first. We're going to get back to you in a second, Hyper, because that was awesome. Thank you, good sir. Roll me the damage for your 15 Scorching Ray, which is 8. Yeah, alright, 8, so 9 points to that guy. He is still up, so now roll me for your natural 20. 17. Still up, but light. You notice this, which is strange to you, as you see Odella spin around as you're up in the midst of things with your sword. Odella fires these rays. One misses and just goes into the dirt. Second one, solid hit in the thing's chest. More of the pus is now heated pus. It's gross. And the second one comes, and as you see this, you turn back to watch these beams of fire blast into it. And as that third one happens, you see a golden light shine down on her as... Roll me 2d6, Laura. 7 golden coins rain from above all around her as she blasts it with this secondary blast of flame. It is... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, also, do I get to roll another 6?
You're right. Did you roll... you did. You get to add another 6 to that. You're right, because crits explode.
Pick up chocolate, yeah.
Yeah, so actually, because of the crits exploding, which, again, thank you for reminding me, you actually do explode this thing in a burst of chocolate coins and fiery pus. This.
Oh, I don't know if you guys want those chocolate coins anymore.
Well, no, the coins are at your feet. The pus is at it, so you're fine. But it is destroyed. Lux, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Eight.
You are covered in some pus. It's disgusting.
Sorry.
But hey, it's one less enemy.
Okay,
Unlike...
and is there anything else around down here?
Around you guys at the moment. No, the nearest thing really towards you is there's one at Virgil's horse, one at Sylvester the pole, and then the other ones are towards the other end, more or less.
I don't think I can get to you, Roswin. Sorry.
Because, well,
Oh, good.
you did use your action and your bonus action, so...
Yeah, but I am gonna start moving towards the next, where there's more danger.
Okay, so if you were to move up, it would be... probably the nearest one to you would be the one by Mira at Virgil's horse.
Yeah, I don't want to be like right up there.
Sure,
but I wanna
sure.
Get more into range where I can see it and stuff like that. Get a little bit closer to Roswin.
Alright, so sounds good. Also, I will throw it out there because we're moving on to the purple guy's turns. Hyper, thank you for the awesome donation, which was super cool, and we super appreciate it. Did you want to do anything specific with your donation? You gave $50. That can still be rolls on magic item tables. That can be things to be added to the game. It can obviously just be a donation, and I'm fine with that, and and it gets us closer to our overall goal, but you can choose to have it also affect the game further at the moment. That's up to you. So, alright, we're going to move on to the purple guys. One is dead, one is at Virgil's horse, and one is at Sam the Hoper. Alright, so the one at Virgil's horse is right next to C's mirror. And it is going to... What can it do? Let's see if it's able to do something cool. Nope, not in that respect. So, it is going to... Okay, it is going to claw and cut through... the reins holding the horse, so now the horse is free, and it's kind of got it's all webbed up, and it's sort of got like a string, like it's kind of Santa sacking this horse. And then it's going to reach out and attempt to bite at Mir with its nasty mandibles. And her AC, I have all of the information right here, and it is actually going to hit her. So it's going to deal to her 10 points of damage. I need to... This is what they don't show you, how you gotta do all this online. This is the tricky part. Alright, and then she needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which she fails, and she is now poisoned. Oh, she also takes another 4 points of poison damage. So I'll say, Odella, as you're moving closer, you sort of see... that she's, like, something happened to Mir, a change in her demeanor as this thing bites into her. And then it is going to run into the forest, off the trail, carrying this thing. She's going to get an opportunity attack at it, but it is at disadvantage because she's poisoned. And it's going to miss because it's a natural 1. So it runs off into the forest 30 feet, dragging this horse behind it. There is the one up by Roswin at Sam the Hoper. It is also going to sever the reins. And then it's going to see if it does its thing. Which it does not. So it's just going to take... It's got both Sam and the horse. And it's going to run into the forest 30 feet as well. Carrying Sam and the horse into the woods. And then the other guy... Oh, the one's up the cultist. I don't think you guys really care about what happens. You just care about the outcome at the end. Virgil's horse. Oh, and then... Whoa, Hicks. All right, let's hit that goal. Not much time left in July. All right, $90, 200. We hit the goal, folks. Ladies, you know what that means. After the break, probably, there's a whole shitload of magic items getting thrown around here. Wow. All right. So...
If we live.
If you guys survive. And then the one at Sylvester the Pole, because nobody's there, it severs the reins, and it sinks its teeth into Sylvester. Oh, it does. And then it drags Sly the Pole off into the woods as well. So, okay, that is their turn. The spiders. Lux turned one into mush. Okay. So we've got, what did I say, 3 spiders? 2 spiders left. One's going for somebody that you guys don't even know yet. So, you know, maybe you won't get to meet him. I don't know. We'll find out.
That's so sad. Maybe they knew mending.
This would be the one that probably knew mending, maybe.
Maybe that's the reason that Tet's killing them.
I'll show you. You want to get mending? Never. Not in my campaign. Alright. So we've got... they're just a commoner with commoner stats. Or no, they can be this. We'll say. They're a little bit hardier. So 13 will definitely hit, and they will take... D8. Plus... Uh-oh. 2d8 poison damage. 10, and this target is also poisoned. Okay, so this guy, person that you haven't met yet, looks real rough. So they've got, oh boy, they're hanging in there, but not by much. And then we have Nathan's spider is dead, and then we have Otis, the guy who has a cart full of exotic birds. Well, Otis is going to get bit, and Otis is just a commoner. Because the other guy was a little bit cooler. Otis is a commoner. Otis has 4 hit points. Otis dies. You see Otis get bit by this spider and is destroyed. You see the venom as it pulls out its mandibles, and it starts spinneretting Otis and dragging him off.
Take his cart full of birds.
Well, you can do that maybe after. That's everybody. All right. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Roswin, it's back to you.
All right, I'm going to... I don't know what direction all these guys are running off in. Is it all the same direction, or is it different?
It is in different directions.
Okay, well then I'm going to move towards the one who took Sam, since he's not on top of him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast level 3 Moonbeam.
Okay. So go ahead and do that. Sorry, I'm...
This is like most horrible rolling.
Ooh. Oh!
+1 to both of those, right?
Yeah.
Plus 1 in general, I thought.
Yeah.
So 12.
Alright, sorry, I was changing a thing. Because you guys hit it, we're going to come back. I saw some questions about things. If you guys are feeling crazy Banana Town pants thing, and we double that goal, everybody gets a roll on the legendary magic item table. Doubt it's going to happen, but the option is there. Alright, so you were going after the guy that took Sam, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's got to make a Constitution saving throw. So it ran off into the woods. Like, if you're looking at the path the way it is, they're kind of, like, they're going crisscrossy in different ways. Okay, so he's got to make a 15 save. I'm just going to say that, because, you know, you saw the general direction that he ran off in, and since it's a radial attack, I'll say that you kind of just drop it where you anticipate him to be.
If you make me kill Sam, I swear to God.
No. But he does make the
Okay.
save, so he takes 6 points.
Okay.
Just-
I'm moving towards them. The
Okay.
direction. As far as I can go. And then turn around and that person how does Mir look?
She's looked better, but she's clearly seems sick, but she's hanging in there as far as HP goes, I guess.
Okay, then I'm going to send over a one of my heals to that person who got bit in the caravan.
Okay. So, that was, yes, the person that you guys don't know yet?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and throw me up the heals. So is that just one?
Yeah, just one, so that's 3 points of healing.
Okay, they're looking a little bit better. Still not great. Alright. Real quick, let me just run back up Lux, because I saw a bunch of people asking, what can they change and donate? You guys saw the list. I saw stuff about war elephants and things like that. If you guys were asking about donating for any of the companions and things like that, the companions they'll be in the next combat encounter. They don't happen in the current one, so where initiative is already rolled, they don't count. You guys could choose to donate companions to help the party, but it won't help them with this fight. It'd have to be next fight. So, just throwing that out there. And yes, guys, technically a legendary magic item is the deck of many things. So if you guys want to donate and double the goal, we can get to that point too. Okay, Lux, it is your turn.
Okay. Where is everyone now?
They are everybody that you saw is now 30 feet off into the woods.
Okay, so somebody had Sam and the horse?
Roswin's chasing him, yeah.
Okay, so I'll go to whoever else.
Okay. So that is Nathan did Nathan get pulled? No, Nathan got stopped. Reginald his guy got killed too. There was somebody that you don't know. Otis was slain. Virgil's horse was taken, and Sylvester the pole was taken.
I'll go for Sylvester.
Okay. I'll say if you dash, you can get to where, because he was further up. I'll say you can dash and get to where he was, and you can see where the trees went. You can throw a javelin, and hope for the best, but that's about it. Because because he was pretty far up in the caravan from where you were.
Okay, so then who's closer than me then?
Because
I want to hit whoever's closer. Whoever
Gotcha.
I see, that's what I'm focused.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see here. Reginald, the spider on Nathan got killed. The thing on Reginald got killed. Okay, so you can get to if you dash, you can get to the spider that grabbed Virgil's new horse that you just got him in the woods. You can't actually attack, but you can get there, if that makes sense.
Alright, including my 40 speed?
No, I forgot that you have 40. So, I'll say you can get there
Okay.
to the guy.
Okay, so yeah, then I'll go ahead and swing at
Okay.
23.
That will hit.
19.
Okay, this guy is barely hanging in there.
Cool. Here goes then.
Alright, let's see it.
Wait,
26.
you get to explode your...
Oh, you do? No, it wasn't a crit.
But she got a 6?
It's
I
only
did
on
use
crits. It's only explosions on crits.
Oh,
Mm.
I thought it was just anything.
No, that's way too powerful. Because
I
that
was
works.
gonna say, that's
that-
why I never brought it up before, but since you were starting to use it again, I was like, well, I'm gonna bring it up when we do it now.
It's only on crits. Yeah, so you managed to slay this purple blob of pus. And the horse is still freaking out and screaming because it's been dragged off and it's in a bunch of webbing. But you managed to kill its assailant.
No.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okie dokie. Oh, I closed my initiative. Alright, it is Mir's turn. You just killed the person. She's gonna go after the spider, because the spider that killed Otis is still alive. That's not her roll. That's a d20. That's much better. She does not have an ally nearby, though. Just gonna do 10 points of damage to this guy who's been untouched. And then she will make an offhand attack. 21 will also hit. This is not sneak attack. For 1. Alright, so the spider is still there and living. Odella.
Okay, what do I see?
You ran up towards where Roswin was, right?
I was trying to get closer to her.
Okay. You see the spider that Mir is fighting is still alive. You see dead Otis on the ground. You see a person who you never met before on the basically on the brink of death. From we didn't kill that spider is there. And you see Roswin shooting a moonbeam, and did you move, by the way, Katie?
Yeah, she moved 30 feet.
And then Roswin heading off into the woods with a light of column of moonbeam holding still there, and her heading off in that direction. And then you see the cultists fighting off in the distance.
But I still see 2 spiders, or one spider.
Correct.
And
There is 2 spiders. Yes, one that Mir is engaged with, and another one that is fighting somebody that you don't know.
Okay. Then do they both look like healthy spiders, or like
the one fighting the person you don't know
bad?
Looks very healthy. The one that Mir is fighting has taken a hit or 2.
Okay, then I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
And I'm going to twin it.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're targeting both, so go ahead and make me your roll. And it looks so sweet, and then it just, like, misses.
But don't I get to roll 2, then?
Let's see. Let's look at the definition of Guiding Bolt. You're probably right, but I just want to check to make sure. Because I know if it was a natural 20, we wouldn't be questioning whether you roll twice or not, but we'll see.
Oh, well, I always thought that I rolled for
You're
each
probably right, but I just want to check exactly the wording real quick. When you cast a spell, it targets only one creature. You can spend a number of sorcery points.
Wait,
equal to the spell. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say I have a fate die, but that I already rolled.
You already rolled.
So I can't do it.
To target a second creature in range with the same spell. Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll roll a second time. So we'll say the one that was at the. Well, who was the initial target?
The one next to Mir.
Okay, so that one missed. And go ahead and roll for the second one.
Because I assume that's the closer one. So.
It is.
You know what? Just to be sure, I am going to use my fate die on this one.
Okay.
Because that's advantage, right?
Correct. 27 will hit, so go ahead and roll your damage. 28, technically. 24 points of damage. It is still up, but it is like most of the legs are blasted off, and it's like teetering on like a couple of legs, like it looks like a ballerina almost, with its 2 front legs kind of holding the whole bulbous body up. It doesn't make sense physically, but apparently that's what's happening. Anything else?
Do I have anything that I can do as a bonus action? No, I think I can't. I don't think I can do any bonus actions.
Okay. Hi, bud. Oh, hi, Wes. Now I have a baby. Where'd Mommy go? She just left you here. Okay, well, we're gonna keep going. Now it's the purple guy's turn, Wes. What do we got? How many of those guys are left? Just one. Okay, so he's gonna dash, the guy that's remaining. This is the guy that you hit with the moonbeam, Katie. Does moonbeam at the start of the turn or the end of the turn? I always forget.
I think it's the start.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Wes, what is going on over here? Huh?
Okay, so that's 22 points of damage if he doesn't make a save. 11 if he does.
Let's find out if he makes it or not, bud. Ooh, he does not make that. 22 points, you said? Oh, did we ever look up whether it was the start or end of the turn?
I'm pretty sure it's the start. That's what makes sense, but I can look it up though.
If you don't mind. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, it's at the start.
Okay, so it is the start of his turn. So, Hypertroller, you're right. You reminded me I should have put the magic item tables available in the document, but I did not do that. So that was my bad. Okay, 22 points of damage, you said? And, alright. You don't know what happens because it's out of your range, but, you know, he's in the forest. The moonbeam is still there. What happens? You're 30 feet away from this guy. Or, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And that was, I think, the last purple guy, right? Because we killed the other two. One was a pus explosion. Yep, those guys are dead. Alright. Spider. One is on Mir. And that was the one that you missed before. Oh, I was counting. That was his health. My bad. 22 points of damage was what you said. I'm actually tracking the damage on the right guy now. Okay. So, something... you hear the rustling of trees, but what happens... You don't know. Mir's spider is going to attack her. Now, that's... I can tell right now it's going to miss, unless it has multiple attacks. It does not. Okay. And then the second one's gonna attack. Ooh, wait. Mir is poisoned. I think that only affects her attacks. But let's make sure.
I hope so.
Poison, disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay, so that's fine. And then second guy, who was the one you hadn't met yet. Yeah, unfortunately, second guy, who you hadn't met yet, spider sinks its teeth in, even with a 5. And you watch as the life drains out of person you haven't met yet. And they fall to the ground. And the spider rolls a d6. And it doesn't get its web back. It scuttles off towards the next group. Alright, so that was... so we have this spider is barely alive. This spider has that much HP. This person is dead. All of those are those things. And there is... Oh, there's only 3 spiders. Oh, no, wait, there is a third spider. No, Light killed the spider. Sorry, trying to keep track of all this stuff in my head is driving me crazy. Okay. And then the cultists continue to fight as they were going before. Okay. Rosewin. It is your turn.
I'm gonna run 30 feet up and scope out what's going on.
Okay, you run 30 feet up. You do not see... You see some broken down, like, branches and trees and stuff. But, like, a short distance away You don't see that anymore, and you don't see Sam or his horse.
And that's like looking all around me?
Yeah.
What about up in the trees, too? Like...
Even at where you're... you know what? Make me a perception check.
18?
I'll say you see one, like, scratch... No, you wouldn't see any. No. Nope. Nope.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to release my wings and fly up into a tree. I gotta make a DC 12.
I think it was, if I recall, it was free to do it. It's DC 12 to put him back in.
No, I have it written down. It's a DC 12 dexterity save to release wings.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Fuck. Oh, 12!
12.
Hey, I have a +1.
So the harness releases, wings come out. You moved, how far did you move in before you took off? You said you moved in 30 feet, right?
Yeah, and I'd already went in another 30 feet before chasing after him, so I'm 60 feet in.
Okay, or you 30 feet in, 30 feet up, or how's that working?
Oh, I'll go... I mean, I don't want to break the tree line.
Okay.
So I'll go 10 feet up, I guess.
Okay. So you're but you're hovering, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
And just looking around, I guess. See if there's anything else I can do. Nope. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okie doke. Then it goes to Lux.
I guess from my position, do I see anything or anybody I can go to? If not, I was gonna say then I'll dash.
Okay. From your position right now, because you went off a little ways into the woods, I'll say you can still see back to the road. You can see one of these spiders that's fairly beaten, legs broken, just killed someone that you haven't met before or don't know their name. They died, and you see that one is still by Mir, that she doesn't look great. That's what you can see from your current vantage point, because the whole back half of the caravan, everything that was there is cleared. I'll say, and then you can see kind of upwards, but because you're in the trees, it's like a hard viewpoint, I guess, you know what I mean? So what you can see without having to use an action to make a perception check is that. How's that sound?
Okay. How far are they from me then?
I'll say you can get back with your 40 feet. You can get back to... I'll say you can get back to Mir, because she was closer. Yeah, she was closer. She can get back to Mir. We'll say to that one.
Oh yeah, I'll get back there, and then I'll swing at the one that's at Mir.
Sure.
22?
Yeah.
20?
Yeah, so you splat this guy. And you can see up further that there is the one that is fairly hurt, but you used all your movement to get back here.
Yeah, then I'll just use for my second one, can I use a javelin?
Sure. We'll say. Yeah.
Twins. 8.
Into this guy. And that spider goes down. Mir is now her turn, and she's like, what's going on, because she's feeling the hurt. But I think up and down this, there is only... Yeah, because everybody else was taken off into the woods, and that person just died. So she's going to... Yep. Take off running. Well, actually, I don't know what she would do. I don't know enough. She's fairly, like... Oh, she's pretty... I'm going to say she runs up to get next to wherever... Because Odella was running up to get to Roswin, right? So she's going to run up in that direction and make it, because she's a tabaxi, so it's fine. She's there. It's whatever. She can, like, quadruple her speed, because she's a cat lady. So she gets up there to where Odella is. She'll use her bonus action to get up there with a dash. And she'll hold her action based on what Odella does.
Oh, little buddy.
I don't feel like she's the kind of person who's going to take off running into the woods to save someone that she barely cares about. So...
Who would even do that?
Right? I mean, that sounds... When you put it that way, it just sounds silly.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Odella, it is your turn.
Did anybody else get taken, or did we stop them from taking... The only person who really...
Sam and Sylvester were both taken.
Sylvester got taken?
Yes.
I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
Crap.
Lux, you're the new sheriff around these
Okay.
parts.
I don't know where he got taken, right? Because I don't think I saw.
No, you were running up to get to Roswin.
But I did see where Roswin went, right?
You saw where Roswin went, yeah.
I am going to try and follow her.
Okay, I mean, the carts haven't moved, so you are able to run and get around there. So you're able to get... Are you doing your whole movement? What was your plan? Because Roswin, you're like 60 feet into the woods at this point, right?
I'll do my whole movement because I'm just trying to get to her because I want to make sure that she doesn't get too far away where I can't get to her.
So then are you dashing 60 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So you dash 60 feet, and as her action that she readied, Mir will run after you. But because she put her tabaxi speed on, she's got the double movement speed, so she can keep up with you to that point.
She looks like Chitara beside me. She's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So you guys run 60 feet, kind of upward and sort of on an angle. Thank you, Deaf Elf, for the cheer. We appreciate it. I guess if people haven't thrown stuff out there, there is a donation list there. And again, there's a contest, which I'll talk about at the break. Let's keep rolling. You guys kind of run on, not like a 45, but like a 90 to like a 35, like up in this way, rather than like a straight cross, because you don't know how bad the woods are going to be. But you guys continue off 60 feet. It is now Purple Guy's turn. Who knows where they are? I do, you don't. And the spiders are dead. And the cultists are still fighting. Up at the front there.
Good. Kill them all, spiders.
Roswin,
Yes.
it is your turn.
I'm... What?
I don't, tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm still gonna look around for him, but I'm going to go down to the ground, and I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf to get better perception.
Okay. Maybe. Let's see. To get, like, you're trying to go for perspective? Because I feel like... Oh, you still keep your perception, so that's fine as a wolf. I'm just trying to see... You do have more movement speed.
Advantage. I get more movement speed, and I get advantage on perception checks, relying on hear or smell.
Are you smelling, or are you listening?
Can I do both? I do that on a daily basis.
Fine. Let's go ahead and make me a perception check.
So 20.
Well, that's not very good.
For who?
I don't know. Maybe you don't know either. So, I'm still trying to figure out whether or not you'd actually be able to hear anything at this distance. I'll say you hear rustling in some leaves, branches, hard to distinguish, but like far off, but because you're a wolf, you have that perception to hear it way off.
Okay, I'm going to go in that direction and move my moonbeam.
Okay. Hang on. Is it moving your moonbeam in action?
Bonus action.
Is it? I believe you, but I'm gonna check. Because I feel like...
Oh no, you're right. You can use an action.
So you use your action in wild shape. The moonbeam is still there. You are still concentrating on it.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll just head that direction.
40 feet in that way? That way?
Yep.
Okay. So you move 40 feet into the woods.
Yeah. Dash if I can. Oh no, I can.
You used your action to transform.
Yeah, never mind. Go ahead. Yep, you're right.
Cool. All right.
I'm just hopeful for Sam, okay?
Well, that's good. That's what he would want you to be hopeful for him. Lux, it is your turn. You have witnessed all of your party run off to the far north of this caravan, off into the woods.
Now, would I remember where the others that got dragged? Like Sylvester? Because, I went through the closest one, and I would assume that you recognize where the other ones went.
Yeah, you went out into the woods further south, came back out to the road, fought the one guy. You could move up to where Sam is and off into the woods if you want to. That's definitely a thing you could do, and your friends they're pretty far ahead of you, so...
Do I know where Sylvester went?
You have an idea from what you saw and like drag marks on the actual road itself and like some broken branches off into the woods. But how far, you don't know, but he definitely went in a direction you can discern.
Yeah, okay, then I will dash that way.
Okay. So 80 feet, you move off into the woods.
Yep.
You can see for a little while the broken branches and stuff, but as you get further in, they disappear.
Is there any noises or anything?
No, at this point, no, there would not be. Because these guys have been booking it away as far as they can, so they'd be outside of the range of your hearing, I'll say.
Okay.
At the moment. But, you're still on the same bearing that you came in, like, you saw they went this way, and then the trail disappeared, but you're still heading in that direction, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Alright. So Mir is going to hold her action to follow Odella. Odella, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep trying to find Roswin.
Okay, so you're running 60 feet?
Yep.
Alright, Mir's gonna use her ready action to dash the 60 feet to keep up with you. Actually, no, she could only ready an action to dash, which would be to move her movement speed, so.
Instead of dashing...
Yep.
I am going to cast haste on myself.
Are you going to twin it?
I can't. I used all my sorcery points.
Ooh, that is a bummer. Alright, so you cast haste on yourself. So you have a +2 AC, double movement speed, all those things.
And then I'm going to move.
Okay, so now you're going to move 60 feet. And you still have your hasted action, which I believe you can use to dash.
Do I see anything, or?
As you dash the 60 feet ahead, I'll see that you see Roswin, like, 60 feet now. Roswin was ahead of you. If you use your hasted action to dash, I'll say you can catch up to right about where Roswin is.
To where a wolf is.
To where there's a wolf, right? There's a wolf in the forest.
With flowers and...
I think we've been around each other long enough that I know what your, like, animal forms tend to look like.
Yeah, we'll say that. Sure, why not?
Okay, then I will do that.
So I'll say you dash and you are up to where Roswin is. Amir moves 30 feet because that's all she could move in that general direction. I can delete the spiders, they're gone. I'm going to ask, for all intents and purposes, is this going to continue? I'm going to guess. You guys are going to continue dashing in that general direction?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go back to my notes here. That's where my notes stop. Cool. Alright, let's go to the book then.
You thought you were prepared.
I didn't think you guys were going to... I thought it was going to take longer to get to just this part. So... alright. Well then. Okay, so basically you guys continue on, and I'll say you break out of the trees, all of you, for all intents and purposes, at different points. You know, the three of you guys kind of come out towards the same point. Luck should come out further down, and you're in a massive, like, clearing area. Mm-hmm. And you see at the far opposite end, like if you imagine a clearing like a circle, and you guys come out on this side, at the far other end, which is 120 feet away on the other side, you see up in the trees, hung by webs, are Sam's horse, Sylvester's horse, two of these bloated purple things, and a third bloated purple thing that doesn't seem to be harmed at all. And they are, like, clacking their mandibles together, clacking their handibles, is what I'm going to call them, together, with fervor as they begin to move in and start to bite into these guys. Which I will make a couple rolls. Okay. You see one of them bite into... get over there, book. Get out of my way. And you do also hear the chittering of additional spiders off in the distance.
Oh, shit.
And Sam the Hoper gets bit by one of these bad boys for 2d8. And then Sam does that. Okay. Sam, you notice the wriggling in the webbing stops. You notice the one goes for the horse and it gets a hoof kick to the face. Or like a hoof nudge, I guess, because it's all webbed up, so it doesn't get a bite. And the other one goes for Sylvester. And Sylvester still is going to take 9 points of damage. And Sylvester also stops wriggling. Roswin, it's your turn.
Okay, so at this point, if I've been moving my moonbeam every turn ahead of me, how far up is it?
Let's see, how far can you move them?
Because I move 40 and it moves 60, so about how many turns would be times 20 feet ahead of me?
So, let's see, you move 40. Because first of all, you moved 40 and it was still back behind you at the start, remember? Because you couldn't move it the first turn.
Okay.
So it would move 60, so you would actually be 40, 60, you move it 60. You'd be like 20 feet ahead of it, I guess, for all intents and purposes.
Well, how many turns did it take to get
to where you're at?
Yeah.
Let's say 3 turns.
3 turns. Okay. So
there's still 5 turns for your moonbeam to remain, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that, like, for all intents, you guys are all basically at the same point. This is 120 feet on the other side of this clearing.
Okay, well, I'm going to move it and run towards them, I guess.
Okay, so you guys see this moonbeam move 60 feet forward, and a wolf move 40 feet. Lux, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I see them in the clearing.
Yes, they are 120
far?
feet away.
I will dash 80 feet.
Okay.
Are they? Do I see the purple?
Yeah, you see them because
People
they're
eaters?
like, yeah, the purple people eaters. Yes, you do see them.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
then I just.
You could you could move 40 feet, and if you wanted to throw a javelin, you could, but you'd be at disadvantage.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So move up 40, throw 2 javelins. Same guy. Yeah. 2 of these guys are hurt. 1 of these guys is untouched.
I'll go. Who has Sam?
One of...
Whoever has Sam.
Okay, that's the one you're going for?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make your javelin throws at disadvantage.
11.
Unfortunately, the 11 will miss. You have 1 more throw. And a 13 will be... Actually, 13 will hit. So go ahead and...
So far 11.
Damn, alright. Yeah, this guy will die, and his pus will explode all over the non-moving Sam blob. Now it's a non-moving webbed blob covered in pus. Alright, I guess that's that, right? Did you have anything else?
That's it. I can do.
Okay, it is Mir's turn. She is going to drop both of her short swords, and with a mental thought, you'll see a iron cuff on her wrist shift into the form of a short bow as she bonus action dashes 60 feet forward, so that's a total 30 movement, 60 with the dash, and pulls back both arrows and lets fly as the 2 arrows split off to shoot at 2 of these creatures. I forget, I gotta use her rolls, not mine. Short bow. Well, we can use that 18. No. Well, wow, man, that was bad. We'll say the first one hits, but the second one is just a whiff. First time using this new bow with the tool shot thing doesn't really work. So we're gonna say... Now, the bow lets her shoot 2 arrows at one time, Mud Puppy. It's either 2 at one target or 1 at 2 targets within, I think, 10 feet of each other. And this is not a sneak attack because there's nobody nearby. So 6 points of damage to the untouched guy. So now you see an arrow sink into the back of it. Odella, it is your turn.
Okay. They're 120 feet away, right?
Correct.
Okay. I can only move 90.
But you do have ranged spells and things, so...
Yeah, but I was gonna try... I know that Rosman really wants to save these people, but I'm pretty sure they're dead, but...
Well, you tell me. You are still hasted, so... Remember, dash lets you move your movement speed again, and your movement speed is currently 60.
I get 2 actions, right? So...
You can move 60 feet, and then hasted action dash another 60 feet.
And then I still get another action, right?
Your main action, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. But they're up in the trees, right? Like it's...
Yeah, they're suspended.
Okay. So like I can't even get up there.
Nope. I guess not, when you put it that way. So what would you like to do?
Well, it is a character trait. So
Let's say. Sure, you tell me.
I am going to bonus action have put wings on.
Oh, man.
And
Okay.
I'm going to dash fly the 120 feet.
Okay. You still
And,
have an action, so...
Yeah, and then I will cast Spare the Dying
On...
Sam.
Okay. So you cast the spell. We'll see what happens.
Does it work? Does it seem like he's like breathing?
We'll see.
Okay, let me calculate my AC because I actually
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what it
good.
is right now.
Lux, Roswin, and Mir, for the first time, you witness something you've never seen. As Odella seems to calculate what's going on in this situation, you see shimmering golden light surround her, similar to what you saw sometimes when the coins rain down upon her upon a critical hit. But feathery golden ethereal wings sprout from her back as she takes off like a bat out of hell at 120-foot movement speed, flying with wings the likes of which you've never seen, nor did you know that she had, as she moves up and then touches a healing hand to Sam, which maybe works, maybe doesn't, I don't know. Alright, is now purple guys. Purple guy on Sylvester takes an attack. But it's at advantage because he's restrained. Sylvester gets clawed for... You see blood, Odella, because you're right up there. You see blood seeping out of Sylvester's web sack, I guess. And then it scuttles sideways across the webs over to you. And then it looks like it's going to, and then it bites down at Sam the Hoper. At advantage. Sam
Why is it doing this to me?
Sam takes 12 points of damage. Then the one that's on Sam the Hoper's thing, actually the one that was on the horse, turns to you, and from its butt, it points its butt at you, and it clenches, and it launches a web at you. Guessing a 7, this is gonna be a big miss. And you miss. It misses past and goes
Why
by.
you gotta make that noise, man?
Cuz you typed out gross butt spray. That makes me have to make that noise. You did it. It was all you. And then the one that's actually there on Sam's thing comes and goes after Odella. So first, it's gonna miss, and then second, 16's probably gonna miss. So it misses.
Yep.
Then it is Rosewin. Wolfwin. Zay. Win.
Okay, so I can move. I'll be another 40 feet. That puts me at 40 feet away at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll move my moonbeam again, and just in case, I'll send a Fey heal over to Sam.
Okay, you send a Fey heal over to Sam, and they both the guys get hit with the moonbeam, right? Or because it was 60, it was 120 feet, so you could reach them. I just don't know how you want to try to position it.
If there's a way to obviously not hit the horse and everybody, to just get like the back of them, I want to do that.
I'll say if you're trying to also avoid hitting the horses, you can hit one of the guys, but it's not the guy that's currently engaged with Odella and on Sam. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it.
He's gonna pass.
So 21.
So he's going to
It's
take
11.
11 points of damage. Okay.
And then a 6 for Sam, if that even does anything.
Okay. Lux. It is your turn.
Okay, so I am. I don't
You
know where I'm at.
are 80 feet away.
Alright, so I can go.
You could dash all the way and be there, or run up 40 feet and still be 40 feet away.
Yeah, I'll do that. Do 40 and I'll hit 2 more javelins.
Okay, these again will still be a disadvantage because the short range is 30 feet for a javelin, but you can still attempt to do that. Uh,
16.
Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8.
Okay. I'm going to say this was at the less hurt guy or the more hurt guy?
Less hurt.
Less hurt. Got it. Alright. One more. He's still up, so...
14
14 will also hit.
for 8.
This guy is looking pretty hurt.
That's it.
Alright, it is Mir's turn. She's going to dash up another 60 feet. So now she's even closer. And we're going to try this again. Double arrow shot at the 2 guys. Oh, damn it. I did it again.
Oops, I did it again.
Well, a 19 will hit, and because now Odella is right up in their face, there is an ally nearby. So this will count as sneak attack. So, man, that was low. 141 on that sneak attack roll. Weak. Alright, so that's 1 shot at the main guy, and the hurt guy, and he splatters. Odella, you can make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid the splatter. Yeah, you're able, you just kind of shift to the side, and the pustules don't hit you. The second arrow is a 23, not sneak attack, and it only had 6 HP. So, the 2 arrows fire from this newly acquired short bow and hit the 2 guys, and they fall to the ground. And you guys are able to rush over.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of Wolfie form and fly up to Sam and look at Odella like, huh? What? At her wings and just be like, okay, first help me get them down and see if they're still alive.
Okay, you guys are able to cut them down, bring them to the ground. And as you slowly begin to cut down the webbing and split open the sacks, you see Sylvester the Pole is dead. You see that Sylvester's horse also dead. You see, as you cut open Sam the Hoper's web sack, a painted look of, surprisingly, not shock or horror, but just that ever-present smile on his face. Alas, Sam is also dead. And just as things seem as sad and depressing as they can, you move towards the final sack with the final horse. Virgil, the noble, whose horse that Lux had supplied to him with the hope that he would treat this one better. And as you begin to cut open the web, you see the sack shifts and moves, and you hear a muffled neigh as you manage to cut the horse free from the webbing, and this horse is still alive.
Does he look hurt?
He looks shaken, And there is 2 puncture wounds in the meat of the shoulder.
Okay, I'll give him 2 fey heals.
I also totally forgot every single one of Mir's shots was at disadvantage because she's poisoned. My
Yeah,
bad.
speaking of that, I'm gonna go over to her and see if there's anything.
I got
can do.
14 points of healing for this horse.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of heals. The horse
Also,
is better.
wings are away.
You watch, just as mysteriously as they appeared, the wings disappear.
Roswin looks at Odell and is like, will you help me get mine back too? And coulda does this, and she's like, I feel like maybe there's some explanation that should happen there, but right now I don't really care about a pair of wings.
I'll help you in a second, but I think Mir is hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, upon closer inspection, she is poisoned as per the condition. Possibly time will heal the wounds. Lesser restoration would also heal said wounds. Things of that nature. She may just be able to wait it out, though.
I'll heal her up a little bit. I'll cast a Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
Would an antitoxin be something that could get rid of poisoning?
It will help. Normally they're imbibed prior to that, which makes no sense, I know. But per the mechanic, they give you, like, advantage against poisons, so you're supposed to drink them ahead of time. But, like, everything makes you think it should be the other way around, right? I mean...
Sure. Well, I'll give her 2 Hue Leaf, which is an antitoxin.
Okay. And then you were going to heal her, Odella?
Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead and do your heal. She's not down too much, but...
But she's my buddy.
Yeah. She's like 2 points less than full at this point. So, as you guys are coming to...
Odella is very noticeably not making eye contact with anybody as well.
Yes. It is 11 o'clock, so we were going to take a break, but we didn't get a chance to do that because things got a little crazy there. So we're going to end the stream in just a bit. However, as you guys are collecting yourselves, doting on each other, healing each other up, trying to figure out what's going on, where do these golden wings come from, mourning the loss of some dear and some not-so-dear companions, moving around, trying to settle the horse, you notice that this area the bottom is a pile of bones of all manner of woodland creatures, humans, horses, etc. And in digging and shoving things around, trying to see what happens, you guys do notice the sparkle of apparently several pretty things. So first of all, Light, I need you to make me a percentile roll. Because
96.
Laura donated. You
Better than a 1.
find a ring.
A ring.
What it does, we'll have to wait until you guys take a short rest to find out, but unless I can tell you, unless there's a picture of it, I'll tell you what it does. Oh, okay, it is a silver band that has swirly designs on it with blue sapphires kind of along the swirls. Okay, so that was that. And then I need everybody to make me a separate percentile roll.
55.
Okay. Roswin, I'll deal with you first. Roswin, you find a breastplate, a suit of half-plate armor. However, it is made from one of the hardest metals you have ever seen. Very similar to that barding you found earlier for horse rods.
Ooh, this will be great for selling.
Lux, you find yet another suit of armor. This armor, however, is got a Magneto-looking helmet, and it is silver plate mail armor with massive spikes coming off the shoulders. The gauntlets are very spiked, almost to the point where you imagine they could be used as a weapon to do significant amount of damage. So that's what you find. Odella, you find a ring. And this particular ring
Brings people back from the dead.
it's a possibility, but I doubt it. This particular ring, anyway. You find a ring that is a onyx black ring that has several blue sapphires, and the central stone is a square-cut stone that is purplish and pinkish hue that looks as almost as if the night sky with a moon overhead and several shooting stars about it. And lastly, I'm gonna roll for... Well, we can always have her roll, but I'll roll right now because she's not here and I'm in control. That's what I say. Well, I'm gonna roll again because the amount of adamantine plate armor we keep finding is insane. Okay, Mir finds a sword. This particular sword, as I flip through and find the page, is a long, thin silver blade with a the hilt is shaped like wings, and that's a thing that it does. So that I think is everybody got a roll on magic item table H. So that is now out there for you guys. Light, you got your magic weapon that Laura donated. So I think we've got all of that. That was a lot of stuff, guys. Oh, and there was the item that I actually placed there that I forgot to tell you guys about. So I'll tell you guys about that now. You guys find a set of... Whoops, let's move that off screen. Actually, you guys find a set of van braces that look like this image on screen right here. They are black van braces with a red spider web motif. So you also find those. And you guys can all tell that they're magical. So...
Wow.
Just magic. It's so suffused with magic, as if the realms themselves, for this short 31-day period of time, let you know that they're all magical. And I think we're probably going to bring the stream to an end at this point on a little bit of a sad note, but we managed to get through everything I wanted. And I will tell you guys what those items are right now because the chat wants to know. And that's only fair because they donated to give it to you. Mm-hmm. So, Light, the item that you got from Laura is a ring of water walking.
Nice.
Katie, the you got adamantine half plate.
Yep.
Light, your armor is demon armor.
I don't want it.
Well, I know you don't want it, but that's what you have. I mean, look it up. It's pretty cool. It's plate mail. It lets you do D8 punches and things like that. Odella, you got a ring of shooting stars. And Mir... God, what
I love it.
A 60.
Oh, it suits you, to be honest.
And Mir got a dancing sword.
Ooh.
So that's a sword that she can throw and it fights for her. A thing that Grog got that Matt took away because he read the deck of many things wrong.
Is that what that was?
It was, yeah, it's a sword that fights as a bonus action. You throw it and it fights by itself.
Nice.
But it also works well for a rogue because it is an ally. And my homebrew magic item, which was the only magic item planned, is the arachnid van braces. These leather van braces are etched with a spiderweb motif. They have 5 charges. While wearing them, you can expend a charge to cast the web spell with a DC 15. Additionally, while you wear them, you are constantly under the effects of the spider climb spell. And you can use a bonus action to launch a thin, sticky strand of web up to 100 feet that you can swing from up to your movement speed. It regains 1d4 charges at dawn.
So we're gonna be spider girls.
One of you could be.
We'll have to discuss. I'm thinking, though, that our kitty friend is gonna be in trees the most.
Well, it depends on what's attunement.
The van braces are not attunement, and most of you... I think the ring is. The water walking ring is not. The dancing sword is not, I don't think. The demon armor is, but no one's going to wear it. Actually, the dancing sword is attunement. So, but whoever has it controls the sword.
Oh, I'm gonna have that water walking.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, it was yours, so. Yeah, and it's not attunement, so you can walk on water now. Or, I'm sorry, any liquid surface as if it was solid ground.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you're Jesus
You
now.
are
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you. I am going to go in some water in the middle of the lake and just, like, practice with my sword.
Uh,
That's so zen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Odella, the Ring of Shooting Stars is attunement, but it's awesome.
I know. I'm super excited. I'm like, this is perfect.
Yes, and Light, to Hypertroller's point, yes, you can walk on lava with the ring, because it's a liquid surface, and you can walk on it.
Oh.
I mean, it's still hot, but you can walk on it. Like, it's...
I'm gonna dash through that shit.
So there you go. And, guys, I will remind you all that tomorrow night, we're out here again with Storm King's Thunder. Because we hit that donation goal, the 4 of us in that game also get a roll on Magic Item Table H. And if things change and we get items that you guys want, we can trade between streams. So...
Like, you guys want some armor?
Oh, yeah. Anybody with
He's
some
already
demon
got like plate mail.
Yeah,
with
but...
adamantine.
But we do, I mean, who knows? We have a druid, so we can't wear metal armor, and we have a wizard. But we also have Pat, who lets us do whatever we want. Like we're level 11 in like 7 games.
I gotta talk to Sean and see if he's interested in this snake staff, because that kind of seems to fit his character.
It definitely does, and there is some pretty good stuff on Magic Item Table H, some very druid things. And some, actually, holy shit, all of the books that give you a +2 to your stats are also on Magic Item Table H.
No, I want that.
We'll see. Who knows? You never know. Oh, Sean's in the chat, so he says he does like snakes. So we shall see. Again, I doubt it's going to happen. You guys have been overly generous and super awesome to get the everybody on the stream rolls on Magic Item Table H. If by some miraculous reason we hit $400 before next Monday, which unfortunately means there's only 2 streams in that amount, if we hit that, we will give everybody a roll on the very short but very sweet Magic Item Table I, which has things like +3 armor, the Rod of Resurrection, which could have come in handy tonight, the Luck Blade, something that just gives you 3 wishes, things like that. Armor of Invulnerability, etc. So, is it not, I'm sorry, it might be, did I mess up the end of the month? Yeah, it's, what'd you say, can it be the end? It is, it's the end of the month. So it is 11:59:59 on the 31st, which is next Monday. So anyway, that's where we're going to end it, guys. So to make up for the fact that we didn't do a giveaway tonight, we're going to do a double giveaway tomorrow. So we normally do a giveaway on the break, where we give away cool stuff because it's Magic Item Month. Since we didn't make it, make sure you guys come out tomorrow night at the same time to see us play through Storm King's Thunder here right behind me at this table. We will be doing a double giveaway, so there will be 2 winners chosen for a couple of cool things that I'll choose tomorrow night. And then Wednesday will be the continuation of the character building stream, It Builds Character, where I will be building a pole arm bugbear, and then tuxedo mask, and then about 15 other characters. I'm good till the end of the year because of the suggestions you guys have given me. Yeah. Hypertroller, I will get a hold of you because there are things. You could give the girls more magic items if you wanted with your $50 donation, just like Hicks could give everybody more stuff with his $90 donation. We can message. Also, join our Discord because that's a good way to get a hold of me offline. Or Twitter. Anyway, did you guys have anything else that you would like to say before we bring this stream to a close?
Nope. I'm pretty
No,
good.
we got a lot of things to talk about next stream.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys, though.
For real.
Thanks, everybody. I'm seriously super excited for my ring.
Yeah. It's so Odella, it's perfect. But yeah, if you guys click that last link that says bit.ly/magic item month, that will have, or the donation list, I guess, would also work. You guys could pick up to $50 Hypertroller, up to $90 Hicks, and divvy that up however you so choose. Yeah. So, thank you all so much. We'll see you here tomorrow for some cool in-stream giveaways, and we'll also start the stream with the 4 players rolling on their magic item table H to see what they get, which at the very least should interest the 3 of you because that could be a trade in the works. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed our lovely time here, and we will see you 2 weeks from now.
Adios.
Bye.